Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Now we continue with the topic of bills of exchange. We are in the topic of bills of exchange. We started with the introduction and with some of the formulas. And now I will not be going back to the introduction, but I will highlight formulas that are very important for the continuation and your understanding of bills of exchange. It says a merchant held two bills. One bill is 1,750 drawn on 27 September at 3 MD. And we spoke previously and said that if the bill is written 3 MD, it means the due date of the bill is 3 months from the date it was drawn. That means the due date will be the same date but 3 months down the line. So now if this bill was drawn on the 27th of September, then it will be October, November, December, meaning the due date of the bill is on the 27th of December in the same year. So this bill is due on the 27th of December the same year. Then another bill is 2,500. Remember, these amounts are the face values of the bill. This is the face value of the bill, and this is the face value of the bill, the amount that was signed on the bill after the inventory was sold. Then it says this bill is 2,500 face value, drawn on the 3rd of October at 30 DD. Now I did not speak of DD previously because DD can change to 30 DD or to 90 DD. I only spoke of 3 MD. Now if it's 30 DD, it means the bill is due 30 days after it was drawn. If it is 90 DD, that means the bill is due 90 days from the date it was drawn. So now in this case, that means this bill is due 30 days from the date it was drawn. So now we need to say how many days then will be unexpired in the case where the bill gets to be discounted. And at the same time, we also need to know the due date of the bill. Then let us look at the due date of this bill. It was drawn on the 3rd of October. And now let us look at July, August, September, October. October is 31 days, so we need to say 31 minus 3. 31 minus 3, we're calculating the due date. 31 minus 3, it gives us 28. That means the unexpired days in the month of August is 28. So we only need 2 days in order for us to make it 30 days. Remember guys, once again, when we are given the number of days, we don't include the date the bill was drawn in the calculation of the number of days of the due date of the bill, or in the calculation of the due date of the bill. We start on the 4th. That is why now I say, if you look at my calculations, 31 minus 3. Because if I'm deducting 3, then I am not including 3, but I'm including the number 4 up to the 31st day of the month that we are dealing with, which is October. That means 28 days. So meaning in the month of November, we only need 2, first and second. That means this bill is due on the 2nd of November. 2 November, this bill is due. So now we calculated here physically a total of 30 days starting on the 4th. If you want to calculate, you can use your finger. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 up to the 28th day, which will be the 28th day will be on the 31st of August. Then after, we need 1st and 2nd of November in order for us to make it to the 31 days. So now that we do have the due date of both of these bills, then we are in the safe position because this is the 2nd of November. So we do have the due date for both bills. Then let us read further and see what is provided to us. Then it further says that the bills, not one bill, the bills were discounted on 13 October at 7.5% per annum. What was their total cash value? what was their total cash value. Now both of these bills were discounted on the same date, 13th of October. And you can say that the due date of these bills is November and December. That means both of these bills were discounted obviously before their due date. So now if that is the case, we need to calculate what is called unexpired period. Our unexpired period is T, if you remember. So now we need to calculate the unexpired period for both bills. Unexpired period. Unexpired period for bill number 1. We have bill 1. We're calculating unexpired period. The bills were discounted on the 13th of October. So now let's start now calculating from the 14th of October up until the 27th of December. And we know that October has 31 days. We're still dealing with the first bill. Then we say 31 minus discounted on the 13 minus 13. In other words, we're starting from number 14. That means it will be 18 days in the month of October. Then November has 30 days. Then it will be 18 plus 30. Then after, when it comes to December, December will be the full 27 days. The full 27 days, December will be the full 27 days. So in the month of October, we have 18 days. In the month of November, we have 30 days. In the month of December, we have the full 27 days because we are still dealing with the first bill. So now we need to calculate these days, which is 18 for October, 30 for November, 27 for December. So now this will be 18 plus 30 plus 27. This gives us 75 days. This gives us 75 days. And I want to highlight this once again. These bills were discounted on the 13th of October. When we're calculating the days, you say the total days in a month minus the date the bill was discounted, in order for you to get the unexpired days on that month. Then after you calculate the following month as easy as it is. Then that means we do not include the 13th of October when we're calculating the due date, or the unexpired period. We start on the 14, 15, then you go upwards. If you calculate again with your fingers, 14, 15, 16, up to the 31st of October, you will get exactly 18 days. Then we're calculating bill number 2. We're calculating the unexpired period for bill number 2. Now this bill was discounted on the 13th of October and it is due on the 2nd of November. So what do? We say October is how many days? 31 days. 31 minus 13, it gives us 18 obviously. That means the month of October will still be 18 days plus the month of November. So how many days? Only 2 days, because this bill is due on the 2nd of the month of November. So now that means the T, which is unexpired period or unexpired days, it will be 20 days for the second bill. So we do have our T and we do have our T. Why do we need T? Is because T will help us when we're calculating our banker's discount, of which banker's discount equals face value of the bill times by the rate times by T. We already do have the rate as 7.5%. So now what we're looking for is the unexpired period for each of the bills that we have, so that we can be able to calculate the banker's discount. Why do we need the banker's discount? It is because we are asked to calculate the cash value of the bill. What is the cash value of the bill? Cash value of the bill is equal to the face value of the bill minus the banker's discount. So we needed to first be able to calculate the banker's discount with the help of the T that we have calculated previously, because the face values are obviously given. So now let us first calculate the banker's discount for the first bill and the banker's discount for the second bill then after calculate the cash value for both of these bills. So we're calculating the banker's discount. Remember, banker's discount is the interest that will be deducted by the bank for the number of days that the bank will keep this bill before the due date. Then the banker's discount is equal to the face value of 1,750 times by the rate of 0.075 0.075. We multiply this by 75 days out of 365 days in a year. This will give us the interest that will be charged by the bank on the first bill. Now let us do that calculation, and we say 1,750 multiply this by 0.075 times by 75 divided by 365 days in a year. Then that means the bank will charge interest of 26 rand 97 cents. 26 rand 97 cents. That means for the first bill, the merchant will not receive the full amount, but he will receive the cash value. And remember, the cash value will be 1,950 minus the interest the bank will charge, because the bank will say, no, I can't give you the full amount because I will receive this amount of 1,750 after 75 days. So now that means the difference between the banker's discount and the face value, which is 1,750, will be the cash value. That means for the first bill, the merchant will receive 1,723 rand 3 cents. So this is what the merchant will receive. But I don't want to do it individually, but this is exactly how it is at individual bill point of view. If you go to the same bank, then this is what will take place, and we assume that you will go to the same bank, then you'll just get once off amount for both of the bills. Then we do the banker's discount for the second bill. I'm erasing this because I'll combine these bills at the end. Then we calculate the banker's discount for the second bill, and the banker's discount will be the face value of 2.5 times by a rate 0.075, which is 7.5 over 100, times by 20 over 365. Then we see how much do we have. 2.5 multiply this by 0.075 times by 20 divided by 365. This gives us 10 rand 27 cents. 10 rand 27 cents. So now this 10 rand 27 cents is the interest again that will be deducted by the bank on the second bill of 2.5. So that means the cash, and again for the cash value for the second bill will be 2.5 minus 10 rand 27 cents. Therefore now the difference will be minus 2,500. The difference will be 2,489.73 cents. But I will just combine all these bills and I will only have one amount, because this merchant definitely went to one bank. So the cash value of these bills will be one amount. The cash value will be 2,500 plus 1,750 minus the total interest of 26 rand 97 plus 10.27. So now we just have to separate the two, then see how much do we get. Then let me add my bills. 2.5 plus 1,750, it is 4,250 minus the total interest, which is 26 rand 97 plus 10 rand 27 10.27. This gives us 37 rand 24 cents. So now we get to know minus 4,250. We get to see that the amount that we will receive is 4,212 rand 76 cents. If you remember previously, I separated my answers for these bills. Well, sometimes you might be maybe asked to calculate the cash value for one bill, but in this case we're calculating the face value of all the bills, which we can also do it individually. With that, guys, I've covered well in this question. As I said to you that please master the formulas. Now in the next question we'll be applying the formulas. And now we are very clear with this one, and I can close now and say we are now preparing for 2.3, where we are told that a bill due 73 days. That means if it's due in 73 days, this is our T, our unexpired period, is discounted for 247. So this is our this is our cash value. It discounted for 247. This is the cash value of the bill, which is the cash that we have received by discounting this bill. So now they say find the face value of the bill. Now we are to find the face value of the bill. Then the question is how to get to the face value of the bill. But I will be explaining that to you very soon. Now let me also continue and complete this question because it's a very short question. In this case, what are we given? We are given the unexpired period, where we are told that the bill was due 73 days. And I want to explain it now because previously we had two bills. And I want to explain that 73 days. This bill number 1 was due in 75 days on the 13th of October. And bill number 2 was due in 20 days on the 13th of October. So now, if you look at the current scenario that we are provided, it says a bill due in 73 days. That means this bill, we are sitting at the date it was discounted in simple terms. I want to explain this with example 2.2. That means we are sitting at the date the bill was discounted, and we're looking forward and we're saying this bill was due in 73 days. So that means 73 days becomes the unexpired period, and it was discounted for cash, and we received 245, and we are required to calculate the face value of the bill. Now, how to get to the amount that we have? What we have is the cash that we received, and we know that cash value of the bill is equal to face value minus banker's discount. That means if we say face value minus banker's discount is equal to cash value of the bill. So this is the formula first. So if we know the cash that was received and we don't know the X, which is the face value that we require, we can say X, which is the face value, minus the banker's discount. We know that this will give us a total figure of 246. We know that this will give us a total figure of 246. Now we know that to calculate banker's discount, how do we do so? To calculate banker's discount, we know that it is face value times by R times by T. So I need to expand that banker's discount first, so that we are very clear also with that. So that means in order for us to get to this banker's discount, we must have also said that banker's discount is the face value. Remember, we don't know the face value. That means our face value again becomes X times by our rate, and our rate, it is 0 0.08 times by our t, and we do have our t, which is 73 days, out of 365 days in a year. So now, meaning this part of the formula is at least a bit clear. Then after this will be equal the 246 rand. And I hope guys I'm making myself clear here. Remember, our focus, it is the cash value, the cash that we received, because the bill was discounted for 246. So this is the amount we received. And I said in order for us to get to that 246, we have to say the face value minus the banker's discount is equal to the cash value of the bill. Very simple. So now what are we doing? We're substituting, and we say we do have the cash for this bill, and we don't know our face value, but we know that to calculate the banker's discount is a formula. What is the formula? The formula says face value, of which our face value is x, multiply this by rate, of which we do have our rate, that is 8%, multiplied by t. So in other words, this x times r times t is the banker's discount. So I want to make this one very clear, because I know sometimes it can be very tricky to deal with such scenarios. So now we are solving the unknown in this case. How to solve the unknown? We start by saying 0.08 times by 73 over 365. Then it means we have x minus 0.016. X is equal to 246. Remember, x equals 1, so you can say minus 1. Then this gives us 0.984x. Remember, this is represented by 1, so it's 1 minus 0.016 is equal to 246. So we divide by 0.098. Whatever we do here, we do it on the right side. We divide by 0.0984. Then our x, which is the face value of the bill, will be the answer that we get, 0.098. Then we say 246 divided by 0.0984, 0.984, we get 250. And the face value of this bill was 250, and the cash value of this bill was 246. That means the banker's discount will be the difference between the two, minus 246. That means the banker's discount, 250 minus 246, 250 minus 246 will give us 4 rand. That means the banker's discount, being the difference between the face value of the bill and the cash value of the bill, is 4 rand. Remember, the 4 rand was not required, but what was required was to calculate the face value of the bill, which is the unknown x that we solved. Now with that, guys, thank you very much. It's very important to master your formulas once again. And I've been saying this previously and repeating once again. You need to know how to get to where you are. In this case, we had 246, and we needed to know how to get to that 246. That is very important. And now, for you to know how to get to 246, you need to know what is 246. If you know that 246 is the cash value, then you're like, okay, cash value, we say it is the face value minus the banker's discount. Very easy. We say it is face value is equal to face value minus banker's discount is equal to cash value. Then you just expand how to calculate banker's discount. Banker's discount is equal to face value times by rate times by t, then minus face value once again. So now this is very simple like that. We substitute here by x, we substitute here by x because this is the unknown and this is the unknown. So we have x minus x times by r times by t is equal to the cash value that is given, which is 246. We do have r, we do have t, then from there we are done. With that, guys, thank you very much. Let me leave you. I think now I've done enough. Thank you very much. Let us meet in the next two questions, 2.4 and 2.5. Thank you.